Here, let me spell you for a little while.
Okay.
Do this one here first. That way I can just put the windows back in. There you go.
So that's really helping. You know?
Gotta do one more window around there. Get this so I can get the handle off. Painted that damn handle yellow too.
Oh, people in yellow.
People in yellow.
Ah, go. Stuff off the top, just the loose stuff.
Get this under.
There you go. Not finished, but it got all loose stuff on it.
Oh, poor little Axelson. We'll fix you. Nobody's going to hurt you again. I didn't realize how much I missed mine until I used it the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, these are a perfect size. If there's any way possible, we're going to save this.
I think, you know, I mean, it ran, it turned, it shifted.
Yeah, but
Let's see. You know, let's just keep a positive attitude.
off with its head today. What seems to be the problem?
Old age.
Old age? We can fix that. We will see.
Saleable. I don't see pitting and stuff.
We're going to need a lot of that.
Yeah, the pitting and rust. That's the stuff you just can't
Get rid of.
get rid of. But this is okay. Yeah, see, that's all. This is metal under there.
Well, Don, you stopped. You were doing so good on the needling, and you got, what happened?
We accomplished what we set out to do. The objective has been accomplished. Needle it, to needle it so we can take this off. What size is that? Half inch?
No, it's like a 3/4 to 5/8. Let me see what I can find. If you want to get a pick and start picking out those holes.
Yeah, you got one?
Oh, somewhere.
Yeah, well, that helped me out a lot.
Oh, ye of little faith.
No, I just don't know where they're at. When you say get one,
Grab it. Oh. That is a 3/4 by 10.
deja vu here, man.
Been doing this. Well, yeah, that's why I got you over here, Don. You know,
Experience.
experience. You're the best at this.
Yeah.
I've been told that no one better than you.
Well, I ever hear his, it's my fault.
Well, it is your fault if you're so good. See? I wonder.
Should work. Yeah. Cool.
Stubborn, are you? 7:30 seconds.
Stick that pin in when I push it back up. And it's gotta be like that to get it in.
Yeah. So lift the other wheel up. Yeah.
It's fun doing it by yourself, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, I pick it up and put a little block of wood under it.
Yeah. This side hits Didn't need it last time I used it.
You already got one up.
Now, put it here too.
Now this lathe is the same model as the one I just sold to Don, who's done a really nice job of fixing it up. He won't give it back to me, so I may have to take out a contract on him. But this lathe and his lathe are sisters. I mean, there's, I don't think 20 serial numbers, but 20 numerals. This lathe and his lathe are sisters. I don't think there's more than 20 numbers between them on the serial number. Came from Louisiana. We were sitting out in the rain in front of an old machine shop, and a man rescued it. Then he did the right thing and he gave it to me. Pretty sad shape. I don't think a lot of places could handle rebuilding it, fixed it. But luckily, I have a lot more tools in most places. And I have Don. He's been a great help, no kid, all kidding aside.
This is not that heavy too, it'd be better to push this out.
Yeah, I'd go as far out as you
Yeah,
can.
because you don't have to get far underneath them. There.
It's like one bolt's missing.
That one's deep. One of those is really deep in there.
What'd you do with the pick?
It's right here.
Thank you. Is that deep in there or just missing?
I don't know.
It's missing.
I couldn't see.
It's missing.
I was too short. I couldn't get over there and look at it. Yeah,
Too short, he says. I had that problem. Ron, you could probably run that needle scaler while you're sitting there.
I don't want to put dust inside.
Well, I can wait on you. You call me when you're ready.
Yeah. Like next week?
Okay. Oh. Well, another fine mess you got me into, Don.
This is the way I do it. It'll work too.
It's that fabricator way you got, huh?
Hey, it works.
I know, I know. Don't you come after this one with a crowbar.
This one needs a crowbar.
How'd you leave this alone?
You need a crowbar just to move some of this stuff. It turned.
It turned.
Because it's always the last one that doesn't turn.
We're only trying to help you. I know you've been abused and neglected, but you're now at a good place.
Yeah, you see how good Steve's lathe looked when I got it.
Looks aren't everything. If it looks crappy, nobody will want to use it.
That's true. Or steal it.
Now you got a line of people outside your door wanting to borrow your lathe.
Mm. Good. You're coming off at least.
Yeah, so far that other one was the only one that needed a cheater.
You got these loose already?
Yeah, everything's loosed around here. We're gonna, will it come off that way, inside? Or can you get it in there?
That's what I'm trying to see. I think so. Get it pretty close anyway. Make fit in the front even better.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe we,
It's centered it. It's centered it right.
excuse me guys, we're gonna have to move. Actually, it's for your own protection. Don can't drive worth a damn. Can needle scale though, and paint.
And electrical.
And the electrical and the plumbing.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
Whoa, look at this. Look at this.
I don't know that Don should have it since he didn't film you going into the water.
What is that, brownies?
No one went into the water today.
You went into the water today. I have it on good authority.
Say hi, Tish.
See you later. You're
Brownies.
still warm.
This is how she bribes Don. Brownies. Not through yet?
Nope.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We have different size screws.
That's why I'm leaving them in.
Long, short, short.
Just leave them in there. And
Well, what I'll do is I'll mark it.
I'll leave them in there, put tape on them.
We'll see, okay. This one, same. This one, same. This one, same. 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 So far, this is the only one that's long.
They got a gasket on these, or they just put some
It
sealer?
looks like there's a sealant sticking out of it. On this flange here, I'm going to put an L for long, not Larry, okay? It's long. L. Same. Same. Ooh, long.
I thought it looked long, right here. See?
See that?
That's a short one.
Short. So we have two longs. Two longs, and everything else is short.
I think that's all of them. Yeah.
Okay. Let's pull them all off and put them on this plate for just now. I don't think we're going to get any more brownies out of her.
That's it. You gonna cap it?
Go on to do something.
Put a little pressure on it and tap it maybe.
You see any place where there's a prying notch?
Nope. Nope. That's it right here, because there's no reason that this indentation should be here. You know? I think that's the top of, this is the bottom.
Can something go in under there?
You know? It just seems like there's a reason it's indented right there, you know?
Well,
Drive something.
there's nothing to get in there with. I don't think that's
That ain't gonna
going to
budget.
help at all.
Nope. You're just gonna have to start wedging, driving something on there. and
Well,
get
I've
this
got
spot.
some sharp chisels over here.
I would start right here. And this you can't mess up anything that would leak. Right here, you know. If you can crack that little corner open.
Where you are.
I almost saw something right here. Open up just here.
You did see something open up?
Oh, and that's just something fell off it. It's cracked.
Ha!
You have to press on it.
All right, that's good enough. Let's put it back on. Seems good to me. Too scared to look in there.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Hold on a minute.
Pull this end up to get it over that. There.
Ow! That hurt.
I bet it did. Oh, it looks brand new inside. Not. Can I clear everything? No. No, that looks a little higher on the hand.
Okay, you're clear. All right, let's roll it back. Dang, that got me.
Pull it so don't swing.
Okay. Let's let it go all the way to the ground. I don't trust this cheap Chinese magnet. I tried to find one from somewhere else, but I couldn't. Go down. All right. Hello. You haven't had any oil in you for a while, have you?
Had a little rust on the top of a few gears, but other than that, it doesn't look terrible.
Well,
It's just surface rust.
that's what you said when you tried to sell your last pickup truck.
No, come on, it's just surface rust. Wipes right off.
Well,
But you're right. They haven't had enough oil in here. Look, even the insides are coming off. That's the coating.
grit.
Not much oil in there.
I got a little puddle down between the webbing down here.
But yeah, no, the gears don't look terrible. I don't see anything that's not savable yet.
All right. See if you can pull on this faceplate here.
Here is mostly surface rust. Oh, the teeth are there.
So far, so good on teeth.
Yeah, I'm looking.
And I don't feel a lot of wear on them.
Don't see a lot of wear either.
Look, it found oil. My God.
You think that's oil?
That I think so. I don't think it would matter. This machine's probably never known oil.
Doesn't look like it.
We won't tell it it's not oil, okay? How's that side over there look?
Pretty good. You try moving the forks. Let's see how they work.
Oh, this one.
I'm gonna squirt some oil on there first.
Yeah. Aren't we having problems trying to get it? No, that was my other one.
Oh, the other one, this one.
That moves a long way over there to get to that gear. Oh, look. Look what we found.
You're disturbing.
How the heck did it survive in there? Oh, I know. I got the drip hole open. Man, you give them an inch and they just try to take over the world. Okay, there's the drip line. You can see that.
It seems to be working good. I think the fork's in good shape. Other than a little surface rust, I don't see anything wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't see any broken gears.
Main bearing
Just-
probably just need a little oil. Need to be run. That'll clean itself up.
Yeah. That's the fabricator in you talking, Don.
Hey, you have little faith.
Well, that hole right here is where the oil filter sits. You get to it from up underneath. I think that's what we ought to take loose next. See if there's even an oil filter in it.
Probably not.
Well, I bought new windows for it. I wonder why it didn't have any oil in it. I mean, that's a little bit
I don't
of
think
oil.
I put the windows in. I think I would
Well,
move these around so I could clean
brush
all
them
this.
with a wire brush.
Yeah, all
or
this
brass
rust
brush.
off of there, and then rinse off the whole thing, and
With
then
diesel.
and then put oil in it. Yeah, because you don't want all this crap being at the
Well,
bottom.
Yes, you're correct. Put you guys back up here so I can.
Okay, shit, could have been a lot worse.
Well,
You know?
there's that fabricator.
No, but I mean, you could have looked at it and said, "Oh, there's missing teeth. The fork is broke." I mean, something really major.
But I purchased this expressly for the purpose of evacuating that head. This is a vacuum powered suction
Yeah, you showed it to
for
me.
oil. Comes with a hose I can get down in there.
Is that on?
Yes, it is. It's always on.
But you don't have your screen out. That's why.
Well, that's so I can
That's why I asked.
catch you, you know.
Mm.
You're not supposed to know it's on right now.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
You just
I'm
pressurize
gonna-
it?
Huh?
You just pressurize it with a hose?
no, you don't pressurize it. You use the Venturi effect.
Oh, okay.
This connects to that hose. You hook up your air line to this right over here, and it blows air through here and creates a vacuum.
Yep.
I used to have one of these, and they are really handy. It's got a little pop-off valve. Even got a "Thank you, American, for buying our crap." Well, at least they're polite about it. So, here's what I'm going to do.
Valve here, valve here, valve here.
Yep. Well, this is also a storage tank. It's got a gauge over here. And then when you're through, when it gets full, you don't put any more in it. You close all the valves off, and then you pressurize this side. We load it in the back of my truck and take it to the oil recycling and let it pump right out of there. So I thought it was going to be handy for a lot of things. All right, we need some little brass brushes, some diesel.
Actually, John, for surface rust,
Well, I want to cut. I want to get all that oil out of there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're going.
But for the surface rust, the WD-40 works pretty good. But it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't matter, one or the other. We'll put that rust penetrant WD-40 on it, let it soak, and then brush it with the little wire brushes.
Yeah, I mean it's probably only 2%. 2% of the gears have low surface rust, maybe 3%, not much.
Well, what I'm worried about is the bearings.
You know,
More
the
than
whole
anything.
thing could have looked like that, right?
It could have.
I mean, not every gear could have been just rust. So I think it's.
So it looks now like the most I would have to replace would be the bearings.
I think they're going to be good, but yeah, maybe.
So, you know, this is what I consider a modern lathe because it goes faster than the old lathes that we had that only go up to like 500 RPMs. I think the next major hurdle is going to be the apron. The ways look good. In fact, they look better than the one on yours and my 20. I don't feel any waviness or ridging or anything on it. But man, they didn't put any oil. The cross feed was, I'm going to have to re-scrape it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, the compound is what we took apart and looked so bad. The cross feed, who knows? But there's no oil in the bottom of it either. So I think we're going to have to take the apron apart. Well,
Is this to do it forward and backwards? It looks like it's a. Is it a pressure seal? Or is
no,
it just
it's
oil
a
tubes?
shaft.
That's oil tubes.
Yeah, that's just the oil coming up from the pump somewhere.
It smells like an oil refinery.
Maybe a baby oil refinery. Like crude oil in here.
More like an oil pit.
Yeah, that's it. I think if I get the vacuum cleaner,
Yeah, because there's a lot of crap at the bottom.
well, that'll suck it up. But this stuff up here is flaking.
I think I would throw some diesel in it first.
Well,
Break that up.
I want to try to get all this stuff here we get, then throw some diesel in it, and then I can suck it out of it with that machine. I mean, with that machine, we can get this thing cleaned. But I just got bearings in here, got bearings here, you know, and they're open bearings.
But
that
I don't
get
see a
splashed
lot
by
of
this.
rust. I don't see a lot of rust on the
Well,
bearings.
I'm
Like
just-
those, I mean, you know, they could have looked, you know, rusty. I don't even see the edges of rusty here.
Yeah, but trash going into them
Well, it doesn't
and
hurt.
running with no oil on it.
Well, you don't know it ran with on no oil.
Yeah.
You don't-
They couldn't have got any, there was no oil in here and there was no oil over
They
there.
might have drained it. Who knows?
Why would they have drained it?
Maybe it's got a hole somewhere you don't know yet.
That may be the problem. I was worried about that too.
Not a hole, but a leak. Yours leaks right here. Drip, drip, drip.
Drip, drip. So you know it's got oil in it. At least this one, you can see the oil drain hole. Yours, it was bondoed over. And I looked for that thing for dang near 2 weeks.
Let's get the filter out, see if there's a filter in
Yeah, let's do that. So is there 5 shafts?
there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I see. Six.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don, I know you're a fabricator, but everyone knows you can't do work on lathes without orange gloves.
I'm not working on them, I'm just looking.
Well, anytime you touch a lathe, I think you need orange gloves.
I guess I better scrape all the paint off of yours then, because I didn't use orange gloves. Start all over again.
Well, since you're a good friend,
Let me slide one.
I will take this one over there so you don't have to scrape all the paint off of
No,
it.
you just want to swap them.
And I'll swap them. And no?
No.
The brake's hydraulic.
I really pictured worse, man. I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah, this is
I remembered why I don't wear orange gloves.
too tight.
They don't make them big enough for me.
Yeah, I actually large or extra large is what I like.
When I was on the ambulance and fire truck, I had to carry my own set of gloves. I carried a box of double X,
So that's
and they would buy them for me and issue them to me by the box.
nothing like the smell.
I
of-
hope you guys know we're just making a joke at A-Bomb's expense. Sorry, A-Bomb.
Yeah, it's nothing like the aroma of WD and old oil. Actually, does smell pretty good.
Yeah, it really does.
You need a case of that stuff.
Gonna need a case of this stuff too. Like one of my favorite movies with Robert De Niro and Wag the Dog, when they got Woody Harrelson on the plane and they give him some medicine and he calls and he says, "Yeah, we're gonna need a case of this stuff." That's for he went all wacko.
Yeah.
Now I can't watch a dang thing he does. Oh. Yep. I have changed the oil filter on yours. I kind of drained out the oil and it looked good, so I just drained it all, put new windows in it, new oil filter.
You get to do all that all over again now.
Yeah.
Now you're an expert.
Well, now I know where the drain hole is.
I don't know why somebody would bundle over a drain hole,
Because they didn't know what they were doing.
obviously. My pet peeve is painting over screws.
Yeah.
I don't like to do that either.
I tell you what, there is a bucket over there, a white bucket. There it is, over there by the chop saw. That screw had a little bit of drip to it. I found the only oil that's in this machine.
In the filter.
In the filter, yeah.
It had some oil.
Huh?
It had some oil. And it kept most of the gears from rusting.
couple of years ago, I rebuilt a. Now it's going to get all over my orange gloves. My God.
Nice stuff.
A couple of years ago, I bought a Brown and Sharp #2 heavy horizontal mill from a man that had bought it from Avon. Well, he never used it, and he couldn't get the gear train to go in anything but rapid. And so I kind of researched it a little bit. Everything pointed to it being a solenoid in a little compartment. And I thought, well, that'll be easy to fix.
Nah. Is that like the first thing they built on the lathe? They built everything else around the solenoid?
Well, not quite. It had a nice little compartment like this with a cover and looked great. I thought, you know, it probably just needs to be rewired. Somebody didn't convert it from 440 or 220 or whatever. And that'll be an easy fix.
Famous last words, right?
Famous last words. The look, lots of oil is coming out. It's not even black oil. It's decent colored motor oil color.
That's a good sign. That means that all the oil lines are clogged. New oil
You're just a ray of sunshine, aren't you? You're just a ray of sunshine.
You know, that's what you.
But that's a good thing to remember, though. You bring up a good point. We'll flush it and then put some diesel through it and run through the whole thing and make sure the oilers are all going before we put its head back on.
Exactly.
Well, you know, it wouldn't hurt a bit to go ahead and get a bigger can't see what size it is. I think it wouldn't hurt a bit to take out that other plug while we're here.
Might as well.
All right, I'm just making a mess. See if we can get this to come off. If anyone has an Axelson tag that goes here, this one was missing. Says something about the oil filter, forgot. But if we can't find one, don't worry, I know where one is. Well, I think it's moving. I think that's just a little plug. Oil! My God. Not much oil, but there is oil. Don, you missed it.
The whole thing fell out?
I've got all kinds of oil coming out of here. Whole 4 teaspoons.
Wow. Gotcha.
Got my pretty orange gloves all messed up.
Any big chunks come out?
No?
That's too bad. They're probably caught in the filter.
Well, that'd be okay. As long as it's not going the other way.
If there's a filter in there.
I've got to get me another set of ball end.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Drip, drip.
Drip, 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 drip.
It's oil, not water.
Well, it's really, really thin and it might be a little water.
Not milky though.
It's not milky. Well, it's had long enough to not be suspended in there.
Water comes out first though. Oil floats in the water.
I don't know what it is. There's just not enough of it.
Not enough of it, that's the problem.
See if this will come off now.
It moved.
Yeah, I've been sliding it to the back, it looks like. Anybody ever priced the set of lead handle and hammer kits lately? Don, this was coming apart.
Expensive.
How much were they, Don?
You know, like $125
For-
a kit.
Wow.
You can buy quite a few already made lead hammers for that price.
I got all the screws out. There's another one buried in here. Dadgummit.
That's why it didn't come out. The whole thing's gonna fall out now. You heard it pop? Yeah.
It's covered in crud.
So oil comes out of there. You go to change your filter.
I'm probably going to change the filter.
No, I mean you have to empty the machine first before you change the filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of muck underneath here.
Where'd you find a filter like that?
Actually, it's got 5 holes back in the back. No wonder I didn't see them. I bought this at a auto parts store.
You just use a regular filter, or it looks like that?
It looked like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was
The oil filter. Yeah.
it is an oil filter. Look at the sludge. Ooh, good stuff. Good sludge.
50 years of sludge right there, buddy. That's some good stuff. That's well fermented.
I should auction this off on eBay.
No giveaway. Fresh sludge.
Now that's plastic. Don, would you hand me some paper towels, please? You know, out of the machine. In the another, not that one. In the main tool room.
got a machine in here.
Look to the door on the left. Thank you, sir.
Smells even better.
All kinds of.
Are those reusable? Can you clean them?
No, we're not going
No.
to do that.
I was just wondering if they were meant to be.
The top holder may be. I'm not even sure about that. But it seems I bought the whole the whole thing. Where's my little chisel? I don't know. That's fiber.
A rubber hammer or something? If that thing's not clogged up, you might want to put it back in there, put the diesel in there. So
I'm going to go buy another filter. I'm going to get 2 or 3 of them. Because I don't want to put anything else through that pump.
yeah.
That's good looking stuff, man. Got a washer down there and one on top. I'll have to see. On Practical Machinist, there's a thread about that Axelson. And I'm pretty sure I put the part numbers for this in there so we would help people in the future.
Help yourself in the future now.
Well, I never expected to have to do it again. In fact, I'm almost willing to bet that the 20-inch has the same filter.
Probably. No reason they would change filters, probably.
Oh, sure there is, so they can sell more parts.
Not true.
All right. I think I've gone about as far as I want to today.
Yep.
I think I'll go in and... Ooh, good stuff. Good stuff. It's probably a rubber... Yeah, that looks like a rubber seal there. It's sealed down on bottom and top. There's 2 of them. Well, this I'll throw in my parts washer. What a mess. But it doesn't look like anything's broken in there. So we'll clean it up, flush it out, suck it out, put some good oil in it, and then we'll run it with that motor, see if everything's pumping through there. And then I feel comfortable enough to go ahead and get you to needle gun all the rest of this out of here.
Comfortable enough for me to do it. Yeah, that's amazing. That's the way you phrase that.
Don. Think of on-the-job training. I mean,
Well, see,
I don't think there's a school you could go to read.
See, you're teaching me to be a machinist. I'm going to teach you to be a fabricator by needling this whole thing. See, that's a fabricator type job.
That's a body shop guy.
Yeah, really. Pretty much.
It's okay, baby. I think we'll fix you.
I think so.
I think
It's worth it.
you know the bearing surfaces I can plane and you know I can scrape it back to tolerances, get it done. I was just really worried about the machine, the mechanical
I think
parts.
it looks pretty decent myself, personally. I do.
Well, I'm not sold on the bearings yet. The bearings are the critical part.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, for what these things are going for now, if you have to replace all the bearings in there, you can go buy another machine. And that's sad, but that's the way it is.
It ran for a little while, though. It really didn't sound that bad.
Well, it's back to whether you use a crowbar or a pry bar on a machine. There's different levels of running. And when you're trying to obtain nice surface finishes and you have a bad bearing in your spindle, it's going to transmit to your surface of your workpiece. So,
I just think it's going to be fine.
well, I thought my pickup truck was going to be fine too. Look what the hell's happened with it.
That was new. That's a modern thing. Modern things always crap out. Old stuff like this lasts forever, but like it's
Sure has shaken my faith in companies to take care of their customers. And it'll be a long time before Chevrolet sees any more of my money. All right.
You gotta pour some oil over this stuff.
I'd rather spray it down with the WD-40 right now, the rust stuff, then get some brass toothbrushes, and then flush it off with diesel and let it run out of these ports right here so that we don't plug up any internal ports. Then suck out what's left in the bottom with the sucker. Then refill it, suck all that out.
You gonna put the cover back on? I'll leave it off.
Well, the cover's not going back on until we're running it.
That's why I was thinking pour a little bit of oil and just keep
Well, I want to get the rust off, rust particles flushed.
Yeah,
flush
I know.
it at
but
least twice.
How long is it gonna be before you do that?
Starting tomorrow.
Oh, okay, you'll be all right then.
I'll put a piece of plastic over the top if I have to. And I'd rather let that WD-40 work. I need to go get some of that and some brushes. Maybe my wife would like a Starbucks.
There you go. You can go get it.
I could take her to get a Starbucks and some brushes
And some WD.
and some WD.
Oh, yeah. While we're here,
Yeah.
oh, I just remembered. I need some brushes. Well, at least there's no, oh damn, when you open it up, like it's
Yeah,
dead.
I still don't know where that oil went.
But at least it's not an oh shit moment, you know.
I mean,
Let's hope.
did they just not put any oil in it? Couldn't they see? Wait a minute. I think they painted over the windows in this.
They did.
Those idiots. How dumb can you be? Painting over the windows. It's like taking the oil light off your car. My very first pickup I bought from a guy was a 1967 Chevrolet pickup. had the idiot light for the oil. Man, the thing ran good and everything. I got in it, drove it off. I drove it for about a month. And then I thought, you know, this would be cool if I had some gauges on it. So I went to the Kmart at the time, was a big deal in West Texas. And I bought a set of fancy chrome temperature gauges and everything. Hung it down there, hooked everything up. Everything was great except for the oil pressure. I thought something's wrong with this. So I start investigating. And that truck taught me a valuable lesson. Don't trust anybody. The man had taken, the oil pump was out of it. And it didn't work. And he took the idiot light switch or wire off of it. So it never came on, ever. So I was shocked that it ran that long and didn't hurt it. That was a good 256 cylinder. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Go get some parts and continue on tomorrow.